I'm not your feature presenter. The person that is somebody I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and she really enjoys helping people. She's a mother. She has a heart full of gold, guys. And, you know, when you work with people of that caliber, it's just a humbling experience. And, you know, she's also a school teacher. I'm not going to take away too much from her story, but every time I hear her speak, I'm always elated, and I'm happy to work with her because I learned something from this young lady every single day. You know, she's extremely passionate. Everybody say passionate. Passionate. You know, and when you work with passionate people, they just help you along your journey to help you create the success that you desire. Yes or yes? Yes. So I'm super grateful and honored to even be introducing her this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, some quick house rules before I bring her up. If you have a cell phone, go ahead and please put that on silent or vibrate. We don't want to have any interruptions while you receive this wonderful information. And also, just bring the energy, bring the fire and the excitement, you know, because tonight is going to be a great night. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up Miss J. McGee.
Thank you so much. So how many of you guys know that birds of a feather flock together, right? Birds of a feather flock together. So Brittany really did a great job at just, you know, making me look good. I didn't pay her. No, but seriously though, that when it's crazy when you hear people talk about you and you feel the same way about those people, right? And so my mentor once said that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most, right? So that goes spiritually, that goes physically, that goes financially, right? And so on and so forth. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most. And you have to think about this. Who are the 5 people that I'm listening to, right? Because 9 times out of 10, your lifestyle reflects those people that you're hanging around, right? And so for some of you, it's time for a new circle. And we're not just talking about the winner circle tonight. We have multiple teams in this room right now that are doing exceptionally well. And we're so excited to just be a part of this opportunity because it's not an opportunity, right? Sometimes we hear that word and it's played over sometimes, but we literally have the solution, right? And I've been doing this for 2.5 years now. And so I've seen a lot of growth with the people in this room and with our company, right? And it's just really a tremendous, I have so much respect for this company, right? And what it's been doing for young people, for old people, for everybody. Because money, how many of you guys know that money is not a respected person, right? So everybody has an opportunity to plug in and actually be successful and not have any background of what we're about to talk about. And that's the fantastic part of this solution that we're going to show you guys today. Okay? So I'm going to start off by saying this disclaimer, right? We don't trade your money. So don't ask us that, right? You can't give us your money, right? So that we can multiply it for you, right? Also, this is simply saying that you are the pilot of your own financial plane, right? So the work that you put into this, that's what you will actually get out, right? And so what we're talking about is the foreign exchange markets. How many of you guys before coming to this presentation ever even heard of Forex? Raise your hand if you ever heard of it, right? How many guests do we have in the building? How many guests do we actually have in the building, right? So before this opportunity, or before you actually came or encountered somebody who brought you here, a lot of us have never heard of the foreign exchange markets, right? And so this is something that is not said in school. A lot of us took economics, right? Y'all took economics? I took economics. We talked about the stock markets. We talked about the recession. We talked about all kinds of stuff. But I've never heard anybody talk about the foreign exchange markets, right? The crazy part of all of this is that you actually participated in it before you even heard about it, right? First way you participated is if you ever went overseas, right? and you had to exchange the US dollar for whatever country's currency you were going to. So when I went to Europe, I had to exchange the US dollar for euros, right? And depending on whose country's currency was stronger at the moment, determined if I got a profit back or not, right? Y'all with me? So we're just simply buying and selling currency so that we make a profit, right? So basically, when the price is high, we sell it. When the price is low, we buy it, right? So that's the foreign exchange markets. It's a 24-hour, 5 days a week market, right? And what happens is you'll be able to tap into the $3 trillion a day industry. Hence is why you're able to tap in on your phones. You're able to tap in on your laptops. Any place that you actually have Wi-Fi access or that you have data access, you'll be able to tap into a $5.3 trillion day industry. And this does way more than stock markets. So you probably think about why they never told you about this. Because they're making hella money off of us, right? People don't understand that our banks trade our money, right? I was floored when I found out that this was an actual career path, right? Nobody even heard of Forex, and it's an actual career path, right? So Wells Fargo is my bank, and Wells Fargo actually hires a Forex trader to trade my money, right? So your bank hires a Forex trader to trade your money, right? So they're making billions off of us in a $5.3 trillion a day industry, and they're giving us pennies, right? So some of you guys, literally, I think my bank, what's our second bank? Capital One, right? So Capital One, I remember they sent us something at the end of the month, and it was like literally pennies, like literally pennies for holding our money, right? So we put our money in there, and they're multiplying our money. If you think about it, how do banks get paid? You, right? In the foreign exchange markets. Now we've expanded, right? The foreign exchange markets has expanded, and now not only are we trading Forex, right? Regular currency pairs, now we're trading cryptocurrencies, which is just digital money. You've ever heard of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, right? So on and so forth. So you have all these new digital currencies that are being exchanged, right? And now you can actually exchange them in the foreign exchange markets. What's different about what we actually do than people who, y'all remember on social media we had that Bitcoin craze, and everybody's like, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. As soon as it started crashing, there was experts, right? There's like, oh, buy Bitcoin, this and this and this Bitcoin, right? And as soon as the money started to crash, right, and the prices started to go down, what happened? All those Bitcoin gurus, they got quiet, right? Right? And the reason why is because they were holding Bitcoin. So they bought Bitcoin, right? They bought a percentage of the Bitcoin, and as it grew, right, in value, they actually made money. But as it decreased in value, right, they actually got really sad, okay? And so in the foreign exchange markets, you're able to actually make money off of the rise and the fall off of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies. Does that make sense? Yes. All right. So I'm about to say next slide, and I got the clicker. Just kidding. All right. So our leadership team, our CEO Christopher Terry, right? So him and his wife Isis, they started this company in hopes of sharing what they knew about the foreign exchange markets to help other people succeed in this network. What happened was Isis, she worked in the banks. So she was one of those people who knew what the banks were doing with our money, right? And so because she worked in the bank, it was a conflict of interest for her to actually participate in the foreign exchange market, right? So what she did, like any smart woman would do, she nudged her husband and said, yo, you need to learn Forex, right? And so he ends up learning Forex, Christopher Terry, and he became this Forex guru, right? So he's been featured in Forbes. He's made multiple millions in the foreign exchange market. And so what they decided to do is they said, let's think of a system that's going to allow people to win, right? they're going to be able to win in the foreign exchange markets, right? And they'll be able to win by also sharing this information with other people, okay? And so then you had him partner with Jason Brown, Alex Morton, Ivan Tapia. And what they go out and do is they go out and share the information with other people so people can get plugged in, right? And so that they can also have a chance at this opportunity as well. Now, I'm a school teacher, right? I teach art. How many school teachers do we have in here? Anybody in here school teachers? All right, so I got all y'all kids. So y'all need to make sure y'all need to make sure y'all have some presents for, you know, when Christmas come around. No, but seriously though, so I'm a school teacher. I understand education, right? My mom always told me that, you know, education was something that, you know, that no one can take from you. That's something that no one can take it from you, right? How many of y'all had that, mama told y'all that, right? We probably got the same mama, right? So, my mom said, you know, education is something that no one can take from you. So I understood if I plugged into something that was education, that if this company was to leave, or if my mentors was to duck off, right, I've learned something that will be able to stick with me, right? So Forex is a skill that's going to multiply your income for the rest of your life, right? So Forex, you used to have a lot of zeros in your bank account to even participate in the foreign exchange markets. But now brokers and people like our company are making it readily accessible for everyday people to actually plug in and to start learning and earning as soon as possible. So with IML Academy, you're going to have your videos, over 100 plus videos, that's going to teach you from basics to intermediate to advanced on how to actually make money in the foreign exchange markets, right? So this is going to be your what. What is a pip? What is a downtrend, right? What is Fibonacci in relation to Forex? It's going to give you all of that jargon and all that vocabulary, and guess what? Some of y'all attention span is like this much, right? So it's going to be videos, 5 to 15 minutes, right? Just going over the basics and helping you understand what it is that you're actually be doing, okay? And so these are from educators who have years of experience in the foreign exchange markets, okay? Then you have IML TV, okay? So IML TV is going to be your how. So IML Academy was your what? What is a pip? You know, what is a downtrend? IML TV is going to be your how. How do I apply what I've been learning in IML Academy? How you do that is this. You'll be having master educators, master traders, people who have years of experience and are already making 6 and 7 figures in the market. They're going to walk you step by step on how to apply what you're learning in the academy, right? So picture this. What they're going to do is they're going to give you a TV guide. It's going to have multiple educators, right, with different learning styles, because learning styles are important. Everybody does not learn the same way. There's some educators that are super technical, like I know some of you guys are, super mathematicians. I'm not. There's people on there for me. I like things very basic, very simple, right? I'm a visual learner because I'm an art teacher, right? So I need you to give me the big picture. Don't give me the details, give me the big picture, right? And so there are multiple trainers, educators on there, and they're going to have separate times, right, where you'll be able to watch them live and plug into their information. But the best part of this is, let's say you have this fantastic educator, you've been following them every Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock when you get off work, right, instead of watching Netflix and chill, your Forex and chill, right? And so you're watching them and you say, no, you know what, I'm going to go to my son's basketball game instead, or I'm going to go hang out instead. And you know what, when I come back, you'll be able to actually watch the recording, okay? So if you miss a live session of your favorite trader, you'll be able to watch the recording, okay? So that's IML TV. The harmonic scanner. How many of you guys actually use the harmonic scanner? Harmonic scanner, right? So the harmonic scanner is like a cheat code. How many of you guys play video games or know what video games are, right? Y'all play video games? Some of y'all lying. Y'all know y'all just was on, what is it, Fortnite? Y'all been doing that all day, huh? So the harmonic scanner is going to be your cheat code. okay? It's gonna be your cheat code to success. What happens is it's gonna scan the markets for previous Forex setups that have happened in the past. For example, they may say something to you like, it sends you an alert, hey, USD/JPY, right? The US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Sell it at this price because last time it was at this price, it plummeted, right? And you're gonna take profit at this price, right? And so just by learning the information on how to use the harmonic scanner in the IML Academy, just by you doing that, you'll be able to use this cheat code, plug in the information on your MetaTrader 4 platform, and you'll be able to profit, right? And so this is going into how a lot of people make money with us the first 72 hours of getting started. They'll come in, they'll learn they'll get through the basics, they'll learn how the harmonic scanner works, they'll learn the strategy, and then immediately they'll be able to profit and actually make money because they understand how it works and they understand the cheat code, right? The strategy on how to use it. That way, that's why we have a lot of success when a lot of people come in and they become the signal, right? I'm gonna explain what I mean by when I say become the signal, right? I'm gonna explain that. So the harmonic scanner scans for patterns. It's gonna tell you when to sell, when to buy, so that you can make a profit, okay? So our CEO, all right, Christopher Terry. How many of you guys know Michael Jordan? Y'all know who that is? Y'all don't know who that is? Okay. Let me tell you, okay, so Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan, he actually trades with us in the foreign exchange market. No, I'm just joking. All right, but we're gonna get him starting to trade, so just chill. All right, we're letting our back office catch up. But Michael Jordan is a phenomenal ball player, right? So let's say, Michael Jordan came here and he said, hey, y'all, we're finna go outside, we're gonna hoop all in, right? Y'all gonna be like, wait, y'all ain't gonna even wait till he give y'all the offer. Y'all gonna be following him out the door, right? So the same thing with our CEO. He's a master trader, okay? He's somebody who has years of experience, and he used to charge thousands of dollars for a weekend session just to learn this information. And now he's giving it to you with your package. That's powerful, right? You have somebody of this caliber plugging you into the system, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna tell you what trades he's getting into and why. So not only he's giving you fish, but he's gonna teach you how to fish, and he's gonna teach you how to buy the pond so that you can teach your kids to fish, and y'all can fish for a lifetime, okay? So, before I start with this, what I wanna do is I wanna take time to share some testimonies, right? Share some testimonies. And I'll go first. Okay, so how many of you guys were actually off on Labor Day? So like half the room, and half of y'all had to go to work, right? It's depressing, right? How do you go to work on Labor Day? Like it's supposed to be free of labor, right? But anyway, we're not gonna even go there. There's a lot of things wrong with our economy, but we're gonna start here, right? So on Labor Day, I had a teammate, right? The night before, we were marking up the charts, okay? I called out a signal in my group. And that morning around 3 a.m., it hit take profit. Now this young lady, she made $800 off of that one trade while she was asleep on her day off. And for me, it was the most beautiful thing that I've ever experienced because I'm not the only one making money, but because I've invested in this information, I was able to share and literally help another family. Some people take 40 hours to make $800. When you put things in perspective, literally, this information is life-changing, right? And so anybody else want to share something, about how much money you made this week or how you were able to help this somebody make money, or just an opportunity of how this information has helped you? Anybody else?
All right, so, Fabian.
Fabian, give him a hand clap, man. He's one of our star players.
All right, so the way this education has helped me, first of all, favorite products always going to be IML Academy, because with education, first of all, is key. Two, as you say, you become the signal. So I became the signal, and I'll provide the signal. So in a year and a half, I was able to take out a 2019 GMC Terrain on just learning how to trade, and pretty much the next part on helping people, on the helping people side, that's gonna pretty much pay off that GMC Terrain.
Wow.
So,
Man, congratulations.
and the biggest trade was this morning. Yeah, this morning. It was like almost 400 on just trading. So
No cap. Fantastic. A lot of people think that they're gonna come in. Now, don't get me wrong. Our system of copy, paste, profit. Have y'all ever heard this? You know, your friends, they're posting that on social media. Copy, paste, profit, right? Y'all heard that, right? So literally, it just means that people who have learned this education, what they're gonna do is they're gonna just send you out a text message and tell you, hey, buy this or sell that, right? And you can literally make money up to minutes, days, weeks, whatever, however long the trade goes, right? And so you can most definitely make money off of copy and paste and profit. But guys, let me tell you a little secret that a lot of people don't tell you. A lot of Forex marketers, they don't tell you this, right? You can't get rich off of copy, paste, profit. I'm sorry, you can't. You cannot get rich off of copy, paste, profit. But what you can get rich off of is, matter of fact, you're gonna get wealthy off of the charts, right? You're gonna get wealthy off of learning the skill that's gonna pay you for the rest of your life, right? If your mentors go away, if IML goes away, you're gonna get wealthy off of a skill that's gonna pay you for the rest of your life, right? And so you wanna come in with, yes, you're gonna make money copy, pasting, and profit, absolutely. But you wanna become the signal, right? Anybody else wanna share real quick? I'm sorry, I'm biased because my husband, but I love you. But I saw his hand up.
What's going on? My name is Troy Mitchell, and my experience with iMarkets Live has been incredible. I can tell you a little background when I started. I started trading about a year and a half ago. I got into iMarkets Live about February, and I did the same thing. My iMarkets Live Academy was my favorite utensil to use because it taught me how to master my trading skills. And just yesterday, I woke up about 4:30 to about 10. I made about $6,400.
Let's go.
So it's, I mean, you start looking at money way different when you learn the skill. So
Yes, sir.
it's a fun opportunity, man. I love it.
That's fantastic. So, how many of you guys want to be millionaires? About 90% of the room. That's fine. And for those 90%, do you actually have a plan on how you're going to become a millionaire? Like, if you really think about it, like, no cap, don't raise your hand, don't wink your eye. We don't want to know who you are. But think about this. Do you actually have a plan to become a millionaire, right? That means, do you have the budget, right? Do you have the savings? Do you have the system that's going to multiply your income, right? Do you have the multiple streams of income? Think about that, right? And so, with that being said, we have the elite package, right? These are for people who already heard of Forex. A lot of y'all actually come in already knowing a lot about Forex, right? How many of y'all are YouTube educators? YouTube educators, right? Baby Pips educators, anybody? Baby Pips educators, right? Right? What's gonna be beautiful about this information is that if you already have, some knowledge of what we do, right? You'll be able to tap into the Elite Starter Pack, right? So this is for a little bit more advanced people who already understand how it works, and then these are gonna be products and services that are gonna help you, gear you towards becoming a millionaire, okay? And so, this is gonna be the starter pack. This is the Forex starter pack. Y'all know those memes that be having like, this is the Uncle Barbecue starter pack, and they be having those little sandals and stuff. Like, that's kind of remind me of that. Like, this is the Forex starter pack, right? So you're gonna pay $225 down payment, right? And you're gonna get the IML Academy, what I talked about, that's gonna cover the basics, right? Your IML TV, which is gonna serve as basically your online tutorials, okay? And then your harmonic scanner, this is gonna be your cheat code to help you learn a strategy that's gonna help you make your money immediately, right? While you actually learn how to trade with price action and things like that, right? Your night out sessions, where you'll be able to plug into the GOAT of Forex. And then your Pip Talk is like social media for Forex traders, where you'll be able to talk to other traders around the country, around the world, and sharpen your iron. And so you're gonna start off with $225, but definitely, of course, we don't want you guys to just come in and have to pay these monthly packages, because they're all different things. It just services you for your level of knowledge of Forex, right? But I would just stick to the monthly, the platinum package, which will be like, let's say you pay today, you started today, that's just $225. Y'all spend that on what? Weave. Y'all spend that on shoes. Y'all spend that on food, right? So don't let that $225 stop you from making 6 figures this year, okay? So every 30 days, you'll pay $165, right? So $225 is your initial startup fee. Every 30 days, you'll pay your $165 to stay plugged in with the system. Now, it's there's no contract to say, like, you have to stick with this, you have to do this, right? No. It's literally saying, hey, I'm gonna pay my $225. I'm gonna see if this Forex thing works. I'm gonna see if y'all really making money, right? I'm gonna see if I really learned something, right? And if you do, then you continue to pay, every month, right? But if you say, you know what, I pay my $225 because it's worth trying it out, right? Not trying. Forgive me. It's worth attempting to learn the information, right? Because we don't try, right? Try's for people who want to make excuses. We're either going to do it or you don't, right? And so, for those of you like, man, I ain't got it. I ain't got the $225, right? I'm going to tell you this. Don't go off and spend your $225 on liabilities. Because some of y'all are lying about having the $225. And I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to admonish you. If you literally want to take your finances to the next level, that $225 is nothing, right? In relation to the information that you're going to learn, that $225 is nothing. Don't let that hold you back. But you'll be able to get that for free. Who would actually continue to trade Forex if y'all can stay plugged in with the team, make some money from your phone, copy, paste, profit? Who would actually stay plugged in if you can get all of that for free? Right? It's a no-brainer. What happens is, let's say you pay $225 today, right? Within the first 2 weeks, you start making money on a harmonic scanner. You start helping other people make money. You start copy, pasting, profiting, making money. You start learning so much information in the foreign exchange markets that you never even own. You start having so much fun doing this, being around the team, taking up their energy, right? And that's you. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go tell 2 people. I'm going to go share this information with 2 people, right? Or I'm going to go share this information with 10 people. If you share this information with 10 people, 2 of those people are going to sign up, right? 2 of those people that you like, love, and trust, or like, love, and trust you, are going to sign up. And so, especially if you can show them, hey, I'm making money, or hey, I'm learning, right? So, let's say 2 people sign up with you. Now, you don't have to worry about that monthly fee. It's waived, right? You don't have to worry about that fee as long as you have 2 active paying customers on your books, right? That's a no-brainer. What we're going to do is put the whole hood on, right? Put our family on, right? Positioning ourselves for generational wealth, right? Because we're going to get wealthy off the charts. Now, this next part of the information is totally optional. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a gentleman that literally put me in the game, right? Put me in the game. I've been knowing this gentleman since high school. First day I met him, gentleman, right? Goofball, but a gentleman, right? And super smart. And that's something that I've always been attracted to about this gentleman, because literally, like I said, birds of a feather flock together. You want to be around the people, that inspire you, that encourage you, right? This gentleman has been inspiring me, encouraging me since high school. Literally reached out to me and told me about this information, right? And I gotta be honest, this gentleman was not in the best position to share this information with me. He wasn't rocking the Gucci's, he wasn't rocking the Fendi, he wasn't doing any of that, right? He was not in the position to even show me this information, but because he showed me the information, he's literally changed the life and the dynamics of my family, right? No cap. Seriously. And so, without further ado, I'm gonna bring up Mr. D.L. Woods. I love you, bro. We love you.
How's everybody feeling? You already know it. I love it. Houston, anytime somebody asks you that look like me, how y'all doing? Just say better than amazing. So how y'all doing? Better than amazing. All right, so we're about to get into it. First of all, I want to give it back to none other than Jessica McGee. She did an amazing job. Oh my God, I'm gonna have fun. So 2 and 3, we're gonna pick up right there. No, first of all, I want to go back a little bit. I want to go back right here. 325. How many of you guys, when you first saw this slide, you was like, oh my God, it was 325. I knew it was too good to be true. They want some. How many of y'all had that feeling? I had that feeling the first time I seen this slide too. When they seen 225, I had that feeling because back then when I saw this information, like she said, I didn't have the Fendi, the Gucci, the anything. She actually came to see this information in my apartment, right? And it was all vision. How many of y'all know Facebook was started in a dorm room? It was all vision. It was all vision. So what I said was, you know what? Listen, if you rock with me and you believe in what I see, you'll never have to worry about money anymore, right? She did it, and literally, she's not only an educator, but she puts people on. She makes people money. That's what I love about this opportunity. Not only are you somebody that can say, I can feed myself, but you can say, you want to buy too? That's one of them situations that you put people in. But here's the deal. Because I said yes, now we got that Fendi. 225 didn't have it. Now it's like 225 is like half of a shirt. You understand? So what we want to do is we want to just share with you guys, like if you could position yourself, you can literally change the whole dynamics of your life. All right? Let's go ahead and make this happen. She said that this next part that I'm going to talk to you guys about is optional. To me, it's not an option. Because if you get introduced to this information and you don't share it with somebody, you're selfish. I think it's mandatory. Because as I look around the room, we all look alike. And if you are of complexion of mine or just a shade bit lighter, I want you to understand that it's mandatory for you to share this information. It's mandatory because how many of y'all want to only be the richest person? You want to be the richest person in your family and nobody else around you can actually have the same trips or take the same vacations, have the same type of lifestyle as you. How many of y'all just want that? Okay. I got one. All right. Me personally, a mentor of mine said, in order to secure your pockets, to make sure that your pockets are good, no, that you're not the person everybody's stealing from, make sure everybody around you got the same kind of money. And that right there just blew my mind. So here's the deal. As a becoming an independent business owner, I'm going to go nerd on you guys for a second because I know information changes situations. Understand that you are in 2 worlds in the United States of America. You're in one world called the W-2 world, and you're in another world that's called the 1099 world. All right? The W-2 world, when you get a paycheck, it comes with something called gross pay and net pay. Am I right? Which one look better? And then it make you feel sick when you see how much money they took from you, right? But this is the way that you're taxed because you're a W-2 worker. The government doesn't trust the W-2 worker. They say, you know what? Before you touch your money, I'm gonna take mine. Does that make sense? Now, as this 1099 world, you get paid differently. You get paid way differently. Let me explain how this works. The government says, as a business owner, we're giving you all your money up front and in full. Holla at me next year. At the end of the year, we'll just go ahead and break down the numbers. Now, this is how we're going to break down the numbers. We're going to see how much money you made as a business owner, right? And how much money it took you to actually make that money. We call these business expenses, or what everybody heard in Lil Wayne's song, a tax write-off, right? So we're going to take what you made, minus your tax write-offs, whatever's left over, that's what we got to actually pay taxes on. Let me explain how this works in our world. I was driving on the way. How many of y'all drove over here? How many of y'all going to drive back? Exactly. So when you're driving in your car, that's 60 cents per mile that we get to deduct off of our taxes. So if you drove over here and you're going to drive back, roll down the window. If you say no to this, roll down the window every mile, throw out 60 cents. Y'all understand that? I'm forced to actually go around the world and actually share this information with people. So I have to book a flight. The flight is what's called a business expense. I get to write that off. Now here's the deal. Me and my family just came back from Universal, Aquatica, SeaWorld, and what was that other spot? We was at this Universal, Aquatica, and SeaWorld. We did all three of those in the same week. So check this out. It was a ticket. I ain't gonna lie. It was a ticket. But it's light work. My man said he made that. What he made was the ticket. He made that this morning. You know what people have to say? You know what, baby, we gonna budget to next year. We gonna be able to do that. He's like, no, I made that this morning. Let's go. That's what I love about this opportunity. So check. This is what happens. We went there. Now the plane ride there. We went there to have a meeting. But while we were at the meeting, we just so happened to have other expenses. I went to go have dinner, to a celebratory dinner with one of my business partners, just so happened to be my wife, and that was a tax write-off. Do you understand me?
They don't get it, sir.
The 3025 or the 225 that you're actually going to invest in this business is a tax write-off. You get it back on your taxes, guys. All right? That may not sound sexy because you've been putting zero as exemptions for the longest. And people, you know what nobody taught you how to do? That little tax form. You know what, when you got a job, you was like, what you put? So when I got information about taxes, I was like, oh, this how Donald Trump can make $1 billion and not pay all of this money in taxes. He literally paid less than the person that made $16,000 for the year.
You better tell them again.
So I said, oh, okay. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep.
Come on.
Because how many of y'all tired of being broke on a higher level? Yeah, this is corny. Let's get to it. So become an independent business owner. This is how it works. This is saying that, oh, I didn't know this slide was in here. I'm so sorry. This is not my presentation, but I can flow. You got to have the liquidity of thought and the nimbleness of mind to actually flow. This is what's going to happen. How many of y'all ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Robert Kiyosaki? Robert Kiyosaki, he basically broke down what we should have learned in preschool. But there's 4 ways to actually making money. How many?
4.
First way, employee. This is when you're exchanging hours for dollars, right? In order for you to make more money, you got to take away the time from the people that you love and give it to a corporation that you don't really like, just so that you can make more money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The position is paid based off of the position, not necessarily the performance. Does that make sense?
Wow.
2 cashiers, one killing it, one texting, both get paid the same. Do you understand that? All right, now, that's the employee quadrant. There's no job security. There's no job security. You as a cashier can be replaced by an app, by a computer. There's no job security. Next, you say, you know what? I'm sick of this. I want to go to trade school. Not this one, but another one. And this is where you say, you know what? I want to do hair. I want to be a barber. I want to be a photographer. I want to be a plumber. Something like that, right? You become a self-employed individual. When you're self-employed now, here's the deal. You never off. When you off, your check off.
Tell them.
What happens if a hairstylist decides to take a week off? Her check, take a week off. Does that make sense? So here's the deal. As a self-employed person, you say, you know what? I'm my own boss. But that's also, you're your own employee.
Tell them.
So whenever you say, you know what, boss, we want to chill till 11. The employees say, okay, we want to chill till 11. The boss say, you know what? We got bills to get paid. So that means even if you're having an emotional moment, you still got to perform. I got a death in the family. The bill collectors don't care. You are the person that's performing. Does it make sense? So self-employed person, as a hairstylist, You're always working. Otherwise, your business is going to take a hit. Now, here's where you make that small transition. But before I go to the small transition, understand that this is the left side of the quadrant. Everybody say left.
Left.
Say no work, no pay, right? Here's the deal. 95% of the entire world's population is over here on the left side. Understand this other fact. 5% of the wealth is on this side. What does that mean, DL? That means if it's 95 people in this room, I come in and throw up $5. Everybody that catches $1, that's a symbolic representation of everybody that's going to be financially free when it comes to retirement.
Wow.
Everybody else, get in line with marker ministry. What is marker ministry, DL? Get a marker. Stand in front of Walmart and say, yep, that's all in the basket. Or understand that you're just going to work a little harder or you're never going to get to retire, right? Understand that part. Now, making the transition from the left side to the right side, this is right here, this is what's called being a business owner. A business owner owns a system that works so they don't have to as much. I'm going to say that again. They own a system that works so they don't have to as much, right? What happens if the hairstylist say, you know what, every time I don't go to work, I don't get paid. Let me go and hire and train 10 ladies, or if it's a barber, 10 homeboys, teach them my skill, teach them my trade. And they have to pay something called booth rent. And every time they do somebody's hair, they actually have to give me a small percentage. Now, I can take vacation and I still got money coming in. Does that make sense? Yes. This right here is one of the wealth principles. I don't care if you got an app that take notes, write this down. OPE, other people's efforts. It's the #1 way that CEOs get paid today.
Wow.
Other people's efforts. If you're somebody that say, you know what, I want to go open up a McDonald's. Go open up a McDonald's. Are you the person that's going to do the drive-through? Make the McFlurries? Do the cash register, flip the burgers, and do the fries? Are you going to do all of those positions? Or are you going to hire people and pay them based off of those positions, but make money from their efforts? Right? And keep your freedom. Because you don't got to be there. Because you own a system that works so you don't have to. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right, that's a business owner. Now, here, investor. The investor quadrant is where it's the game changer. Because as an investor, you got your money making money for you. Not a product, your money. Does money have to call in sick?
No.
Does money have to take weekends off?
No.
Does money have to take spring break?
No.
Money don't care if it's summer. When money is working for you, you have an indispensable a being that's working for you. Okay? It doesn't have to take time off. Now, this is the shocking fact. Only 5% of the people has figured out a way to sneak across this gate. But guess what? On the other side of this gate, 95% of the wealth is over here. What does that mean, DL? 5 people in this room, I throw up $95. Now more people can actually make money. That's a visual representation of everybody that retires on the left side, on the right side. That's how they're going to be able to enjoy retirement. #1 question is, why don't people make it a decision to go from the left to the right? I want to ask you guys that question. Why?
Fear.
Fear? Okay, I can rock with that one.
Guaranteed.
Guarantees, mindset.
Lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. I love it.
Your environment.
Environment. I don't believe this. What? Okay, money. I heard money. Absolute discipline. I love it. So check this out. Y'all hit it. Lack of information and money and fear. Right? Because right now, we're in the right place at the right time. But guess what? You got to be the right person and take the right action. Because this opportunity literally can pass you. It's called a window opportunity, not a door. Windows open and close all the time. Check this out. Here we go. This is what we want to do. We want to make sure that it's affordable. We wanted to make sure that this opportunity was affordable for the masses. Okay? For the masses. Not just the classes, the masses. Okay? Here we go. The team builder bonus. Let me explain how this works. My mentor told me this, and this is something that I wanna give this to you guys for free. If you only have one way money is coming in, and it's going out 16 different ways, you have a problem. Does that make sense? You got light bill, water bill, gas, electricity. You got cable. You got insurance. You got child care. You got gas. You know what I'm saying? Cell phone. All this other stuff. You got 16 ways money is going out, but only one way money coming in. We call that a problem. But hey, how about this? You know what most people do? That's called the life or living expense circle. Then you got the income circle, right? Most people, what they do, even with their dreams, even with the goals that they have, they start scratching off their goals and their dreams, and they start fitting what they want into their income circle.
Wow.
Versus growing their income circle. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Let's focus on growing our income circle. Because there's only two ways to actually have more money at the end of the day. It means you got to do one or two things. Make more or spend less. Right? And how many of y'all really want to spend less? Nobody. That's uncomfortable. That takes discipline, right? So it's just making more money is the easiest thing to do. Here's how. The company says, we got the business. How many of y'all want to own your own business? Anybody wanted to own their own business before? You just didn't know what product or service or which way you want to go with it? The company says, we got the business. We got the payroll. We got the technology. We got everything. Only thing you got to do is sell it. Sell it or share it, whatever grammatical term you want to use. Me personally, I offer it to people. They want it. Okay. It's like somebody offering you a stick of gum. Like, yo, you want a stick of gum? Like, no. Like, dang, why you want my stick of gum? That's what most people do. I'm like, okay, no for me. I'll keep going, right? Here's the deal. The company says that we have the package. You share this opportunity with one individual. They get started. That's the customer. You're going to get paid $35. How many of y'all okay with getting paid for conversations now?
Yes.
How many of y'all know that at this moment, what we normally do is have free conversations?
Come on, sir.
We normally talk about nothing to people. Chicken sandwich. We talk about nothing to people, right? You know what we call a group of people who don't make money together? A non-profit organization.
Come on, sir.
What we want to do is we want to make sure that we talking to people that we like, love, trust, and respect about how to make money. Okay? You share this with one individual, you get paid $35. That's direct. Let me explain how this really works. I teach Anna how to get started, and she gets started. She knows how to copy, paste, and profit. When she gets started as a customer, that yields me $35, right? I teach Anna, however, how to launch somebody else in business. Anna, what's your name? Kiana, that's my wife's name. Kiana, she actually gets started because Anna and her girlfriends, right? They've been hanging tight together for a long period of time. Anna gets Kiana started. This is what's going to pay Anna $35. Now, because I effectively trained Anna, I make $10 from that. Oh, my affirmations. Oh my God. I'm sorry. My bad. Sometimes that happens. All right. Any of y'all got alarms to say how great you are? Okay. Never mind. That's another training. All right. 10. That yields me $10. This is money that came in and I didn't know where it came from. That was other people's efforts. Y'all follow that? Don King said, if you know where every single one of your dollars are coming from, you don't make enough. I want to make money and I don't know where it comes from. Now, Kiana, because of effective duplication, what's your name? Morgan gets started because Kiana gets Morgan started. They cousins, right? Anna doesn't know Morgan, but she trained Kiana. Now, this is what happened. Morgan got started. Kiana gets paid $35. Anna gets paid $10. I get paid $5. Because it's effective duplication through the organization. Do y'all follow me? Yes. All right. Now, most of y'all like the $35. I mean, because that's a lot of money, right? I'm more so worried about the 10 and the 5. Because the 10 and the 5, is money coming in while I was enjoying my family. I wasn't having a conversation with anybody. The 10 and the 5 is when you actually, on the second generation, you probably got hundreds of people in your organization. If you like me that grew in an organization of almost 12,000 individuals, you now have on your third level, thousands of people. So how many of y'all want to get paid off of thousands of 5s every Friday? Right? Let's move it along. And then that's just on the platinum package. On the platinum elite package, it's more. All right, check this out. Ooh. Residual income creates happiness. R-I-C-H, rich. You'll get rich from this compensation plan, but you're going to get wealthy from the business. From trading, okay? Residual income creates happiness. The company says not only are we going to pay you up front, but if you maintain great customer service, you don't sign somebody up and then you just leave them, because that's the fastest way to actually have people coming in and people going out. You have what's called great customer service. You look out for people. You make sure that people are getting paid. You make sure people are having a great experience and they stick with you long term. We're going to pay you for the longevity of the customer.
That's good.
You understand that? So we're incentivized to make sure everybody is having a great experience. Does it make sense?
That's good.
All right, now, here's the deal. When you have 3 customers on the books, the company says you directly recruited 3 people. What you're going to get paid is $150 every single month. It's broken down to checks of every Friday of $37.50. Most people, they say $150 a month. My overhead is $165 as a business. The first thing in business is, any business, is we want to at least recoup our investment. I want to be operating out of the black. I don't want to be operating out of the red. Any business owners in here? All right. You felt good when you actually matched what it cost you to actually get started in business, right? Like, oh my God, I'm not in debt no more. You're operating in the black. That's the first level. Now, here's the deal. Once your 3 grows to 12 because of geometric progression that we just talked about, 3 grows to 12, you're now making $600 a month, right? Before we go to $600 a month, how many people are Platinum 150? By a show of hands. Clap it up for the Platinum 150. All right, now check. 12 is $600 a month, right? $600 a month may or may not be a lot of money to you. Let me ask you this question. If $600 was missing from your check, would you notice?
Yeah.
All right. So, an extra $600, you'll notice it too, right? So here's the deal. $600. You may not know all 12 people, but this is how dynamic our compensation plan is and how generous our CEO is. Anybody is here because of somebody wouldn't stop bugging them to come to a presentation. Anybody out here? Okay, cool. You want to join them immediately because you're not the only person they're talking to like that. First of all, this is how excited our compensation plan is. The company says you can talk to 3 people, get them started, but because you join somebody that's been bugging you and they have that pit bull mentality of I'm going to continue to talk to people, they can actually place people in your organization, people you may not know, but because they know they have that level of influence and that tenacity, they can place 9 people in your organization and you can get paid as if you knew all 12.
Wow.
Y'all understand that? Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. You did the work of 3, got paid for the work of 12. 150, 600. Let me explain what that means. One of my homeboys I played basketball with in the 7th grade, his name was Brandon Thompson. What I did was when I was making $150 a month, called him up and I said, listen, this is what we got going on. We actually are multiplying money in the foreign exchange market. He was making $80,000 to $90,000 already. I didn't care about that. That wasn't none of my business. I said, are you multiplying your money, bro? I was making $150 a month. All confidence. Are you multiplying your money? And he said, no. I flip money, selling cars, but I ain't never multiplied my money consistently. Because of that, this is what happened. He got started and went stupid. To the point to where That organization is about 11,000 people deep. Let me explain the significance of that. It's 72,000 people inside of the entire IML. A seventh of the entire organization is in that one phone call. A seventh of the company is in that one phone call. Here's the deal. It's all, you may know one, you may call three. Who knows what's gonna come from that, all right? How many Platinum 600s do we have in the room? Give it up for the Platinum 600. Let me ask you guys this question. If you're a Platinum 600, just stand real quick. Stand so I can see you guys. How long have you been in the business working on the building side? Working on the building side, how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business a year and a half, working on the business side of half of it.
Okay.
So
So about 6 months, right? 6 months working on that side, making extra. Now he's making an extra $600 a month. All right. Listen to me, y'all. How many of y'all get raises at your job? Y'all used to, or something like that, right? How much is the raise normally? $1, quarter, 10 cent, 50 cent. Yeah, I'm hearing you. For the person that's getting a $1 raise, after a year, you get that 80 hours a week. That's an extra $80 on your check. $160 a month. Y'all figure that? This man saying 6 months made an extra $600 a month. Who else is Platinum 600? How long have you been in the business?
30 days.
Yeah, shop. Come here. 30 days. 30 days. You know why? Why did you get started? Money. Why did you go so hard in 30 days you're actually making an extra $600 a month now?
Money.
Exactly. It's just something that sometimes it's just that simple. Yes, some money. Money again. So, who's another Platinum 600 in the room? Young lady.
All
2
right.
months. Come on, man. 2 months. 2 months, an extra $600 a month. You admit your thing, right?
Good.
Exactly. She said, I'm making an extra $600. My boo made $6,400 today. You understand? It's a vibe. It's a whole. You think about money totally different. You know what I used to be like? You know what? I want these shoes that's coming out. I'm gonna have to save up 2 paychecks and then I'm gonna get these shoes. That'll be like a month. All right, bet. Let me just drop 2 standards on this. Go get 30 pips. I get the shoes. Yes. Huh? Y'all made 11. Y'all made 11,000. Talk about. What'd you say? What'd you say?
Wow.
That's heavy. Let me explain why that's heavy. Your bank ain't gonna give it to you. That's why that's heavy, right? Now here's the deal. They made $600 for recruiting people, but $11,000 on the hush hush, not talking to anybody. Do y'all get that? You could be in the dungeon with Wi-Fi and make $11,000 in 48 hours, not talking to nobody. Didn't ask anybody for permission. Don't even eat. We just looking at charts. We living off love, baby. I'm telling you. But here's the deal. When you start making money like that, you get excited about this and you start talking to everybody. Everybody that you know, because you don't want to be the only rich person in your vicinity, right? Here you go. Your organization grows from 12 to 30. You're not making $1,000 a month. You're Platinum 1,000. If you're Platinum 1,000, just give me a raise of hands right now. Any Platinum 1,000s in the room? There we go. There we go. One of your positions is Platinum 1,000. One of Queen's positions is Platinum 1,000. I understand. She has a multiplicity of businesses, guys. It's a thing. Yeah. Here's the deal. I'm not gonna recognize you at that because they have another business, and one of their other businesses gets paid at the next position of Platinum 2,000. Platinum 2000 means that your organization grows from 30 to 75. You're now making $2,000 a month. It's $500 every Friday. Let me explain to you guys what this means. When you have $2,000 in your brokerage account, you can literally get 10% a day. How hard is it to get 10% off of your account in a day? 1 hour. Check. Maybe 15 minutes. 10. So 2,000, 10%, that's $200 in a day. If you actually went to your bank, dropped $2,000 in there, will you come back the next day and it'd be $200 extra? No, right? And not even that. Not even that. If you leave $2,000 in the bank for 3 weeks, what will it be? Right. It's a little fee. Little fee. All right, y'all hit me with the little fee of $8. It's $19,092. I understand, right? But this is the power. You can make that $200 like simple. Once you just understand this whole power of trading in the foreign exchange market, and you get good. Or if you're copying and pasting somebody that is good already. Y'all follow me? You can get paid off of the knowledge of your homeboy. It's like cheating on a test. But you're making money from it. All right? Now, Platinum 2000, how many Platinum 2000s do we have in the room? Bitch, you're Platinum 2002! Jay McGee, how long have you guys been in the business, building, and what does it mean to actually be a Platinum 2000? How does that fund your family?
I gotta be honest, man. No cap. We platinum 2600s.
They got another position as well that pays them a Platinum 600
That's wild,
in
man.
2000.
No, that's an extra $2,600 coming into our house every month, and you know that's before trading, and it just it's a powerful thing. We have a baby, and it's he talks about how you partner with the right people, and then they're able to put people in your organization. I just have to say that because we had vision and not sight when we went to his apartment, and really just like saw the information, it was like, this makes sense, right? And so been rocking with him and the team, and just to see our growth is phenomenal. But he actually placed Brandon Thompson in my organization.
I forgot about that. Oh my God! So
no. He put us in Brandon Thompson's organization. Brandon Thompson put Bryce in our organization. And so literally he's changed our life. Like we have like a leg that's like Chairman 200 and 250. Chairman 250 and all that. No, but it's a powerful thing when you actually partner with the right people, guys. This is a solution. This has literally changed our life. I'm not up here capping like y'all. This is real life. It's real life. People out here are getting their lives totally changed. And the next step is just learning how to, learning what to do with all this money we got now. That's the problem.
Now we call them high-level executive problems. I need to know what to do with this money. Who's another Platinum 2000? Quinn Robert. Let's go.
So first and foremost, for a lot of you parents, let's speak to some of the parents and some of the college students. I went to Prairie View University, and I did not graduate. I didn't graduate from Prairie View University because my mother was a single mother, 2 kids. She was 36 years old. And I would call home because I had eviction notices on my college dorm room. And I would spend my time sitting at the financial aid office. And since I chose the college to be with my friends, even though I should have chose a profession that would build a legacy for my life and my family's life, not just going to school. So when I saw this information, and I would scrape up money for ramen noodles, and I used my 21st birthday cake to eat. And when I saw this information, and I saw what this could do to help college students and to help parents, and what Robert and I have been able to do that's so major to us is we've been able to help across the world, not just here in America, other parents with paying for their kids' college tuition. The kids being able to make money getting out of their parents' pockets.
Strong.
And we've been able to, at these 2 positions, even get Robert to a place where he stopped working in the oil and gas industry.
Facts.
From trading and building an organization of helping people. Because I know people are like, I hear your DL and he's so eloquent when he speaks, but I'm still not gonna talk to anybody because people want me to make money first. Guys, we built a Platinum 1000 together, not placing buy, sell, nothing. All we were doing was in IML Academy, period. We made it about other people. What do you need? This is how this can help you. This is the vehicle to help you get what you want. It's not about us. It has nothing to do with us. And because we changed other people's lives, we were able to change our own. Now, when I call from the ER and I need him to pick me up and he says no, because I need to work, he can't.
Come
You ever had that happen to you?
Come through.
Where your significant other can't pick you up from the ER because he's at work? You ever been to Walmart? You got your kid, you got the buddies, you got your groceries, and your child's like, hey, can I get some Ritz crackers? And you're like, I can't do it. So yeah, we're changing other people's lives. Yes, we're changing ours. But at the end of the day, the reason that people say, oh, this is optional, and I really probably want us to stop saying that. Because I'm glad you mentioned this is not optional. It's not. It has nothing to do completely with just being selfish. It also has to do with, listen, you've been programmed to shut up. You've been programmed to be quiet. You've been programmed to let me do it first. Well, sweetheart, no one went to college first and they said, hey, it's good over here, come on in. No one went to Walmart first and said, you know what, the shelves are stocked, it's all good, come on to Walmart. No one had to do anything first for you to put on your jacket, for you to buy groceries, for you to go to, Steak 48, you don't go to Steak 48. To go, for you to go to Whataburger. No one had to go to Whataburger first for you to eat it. You ate it. Does that make sense?
Big facts.
So we need to understand that at the end of the day, sharing this opportunity is not about you. It's not about your money. They can't spend it. The reason these two ladies have been in a short amount of time, and it has nothing to do because he's making money. That's his money. They ain't married. I'm a marriage counselor, they ain't married. That's his money, right? It has everything to do with her belief system. She believed that she can help people, and this was the vehicle. That's my time.
Go on, Dan. I want to hear from Robert. What does it mean to be Platinum 2000 to you? What does it allow for you to do?
I hear a lot of people in here talking about how it was the money, right? So for me, it wasn't just the money because I had a lot of money. I was working at ExxonMobil in Baytown. I worked a lot of hours. I was always working overtime. It was more about the biggest commodity on this planet is time. So it gave me back my time to be able to do the things that I need to do in my life, to be able to have a life, and to be able to experience the money that I was having and that I now accumulate.
That's what's up. Frugal Mitch, what's up, my brother? What does it mean to be Platinum 2000 right now?
All right, what does it mean? Give y'all a little experience on how I get down. I was fortunate enough to grow up in sports, you know what I'm saying? I played quarterback my whole life. So at
You look like a quarterback.
At a young age, I had the opportunity to actually not just care about myself. I had to make sure everybody else succeeded what they were doing. You know, because at the end of the day, I could be the best player on the field, but if my team not, we're not what we can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I already seen the money. I made a lot of money. Like you said, I was in the oil field. I made a lot of money before. I made 100 things in 4 months. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I was the only person with money. You know what I'm saying? So when I got a part of this, it's not only can I give people money, you know what I'm saying? I was giving people money that couldn't make money. So at the end of the day, I'm still giving money, I'm losing money now because they don't know how to make it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out like, what can I get people for them to make money? You know what I'm saying? They can't go work over this. They can't do the things I do. So when I came across this, I started trading way before this. But when I seen the opportunity of who I can affect, you know what I'm saying, went back to my root. You know what I'm saying? And that's what led me here. And we're going 725, 750.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Next level is Platinum 5000, right? Platinum 5000 simply means that you're making, we welcome you to the Comma Club. That's when your check got a comma in it on Friday, right? How many of y'all know that the sexiest thing on a paycheck is that comma? Right. Absolutely. And how many of y'all love it when the comma, the number before the comma ain't even a 1? Y'all love them checks, right? But here's where you actually $1,250 every Friday. That's $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 for the year before trading in your part-time internet business. Y'all hear me? Yo, part-time internet business. This is what's going to allow you to actually start doing what we like to call leveling up. Okay? That means when you in the cubicle next to home girl, home boy, and all of a sudden they like just see you with a Ferragamo belt and some Ferragamo shoes, they be like, our paychecks look alike almost. I can't do that. What are you doing? It's my part-time internet business. Part-time internet business, right? When your car outside change, right? Your car outside change. You go from a Miata to a Mercedes. You're like, how did you do that? My part-time internet business. Only $60,000. I make an extra $60,000 outside of here. But the extra $60,000, how many of y'all are still going to work? Still going to work. My man say he's still going to work. How many about raise a hand? Raise your hand. How many of y'all still going to work? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. All right, cool. Still going to work. You get up when you want to get up. Go to sleep when you want to go to sleep. Nobody can tell you when to take a lunch break. Y'all know what it felt like when my boss used to tell me I need to go to lunch at 12. I'm like, I get hungry around 1:04. Tell me I need to eat. I need to force myself to eat right now at 12. Check this out though. To say that, and I don't have to force it down in 30 minutes. I can actually enjoy my food, right? That's some freedoms, man. You don't gotta call off when you need to be somewhere, right? Next level. Any platinum 5,000s in the room? Loading. I love it. I love it. Here, Brittany, you platinum 2,000 too, don't you? Mm-hmm. Go back to that. What's up with you? What's up with you as a platinum 2,000? I want to give all the leaders a chance to speak.
Really, like Troy said, I was blessed to be an athlete, and I played point guard my entire life.
You look like a point guard.
And if like he said, if your team, if you're not, you may be the best player on your team, but if everybody's not plugged in or you're not helping you, you're gonna lose, right? And the money is cool, money is great, but it's not everything. The biggest thing about this is impact, and being able to inspire more people and create transformation. That's what impact stands for. We'll run that back. Inspire more people and create transformation.
Let's go. I love it.
Because of one yes, that changed a lot of lives, and that's the biggest thing, is being able to help the next person, and I'm super grateful for that. And so I'm gonna just turn it right back over to you.
Absolutely, I love it. Now, somebody say next level. Next level. It's Chairman 10. We welcome you to the Elite Chairman Club. This is where you make $2,500 every Friday. Base pay. Your weeks are really, really cool because before you know what the weather feel like outside, it's $2,500 coming into your bank account. It's all good. It's kind of like you spend $2,500 for the week, you go to sleep for 7 days, and it's coming back in your account. That's called residual income. It's paid to you every Friday. Now, when you got $10,000 in your bank account, in your trading account, you can literally get 10% on that $10,000 in a day. That's $1,000 a day. I don't know what your lifestyle looks like, but it's out of 20 trading days, $20,000 additional. You can struggle with that. Right? You can struggle with that until you find something else, right? But at Chairman 10, we welcome you to the Elite Chairman Club. Me and my wife are chairman, and we not only are chairman, but we have 15 other chairmen in our organization. So we talk about impact and things of that nature. And me and my business partner, we always say like this: I'm not going to talk about a level that I personally haven't hit or I haven't helped somebody else hit, right? So Chairman 10, I can show you the game plan on how to get there. There's nothing, right? Chairman 25 is the next level. That's when you're making $6,250 every single Friday. You can say I had a good month this week, right? $25,000 every month after bonuses is right around 32 grand for the month. Now you're in the upper 1%, the lower 1% of the world just by making Chairman 25 money. You understand that? 300 grand a year is the lower 1% of the world. Now, here's the powerful part about this right here. $25,000 in your brokerage account is $2,500 a day. That's 50 grand from trading a month. Y'all cool? Everybody, y'all silent? I'm like, really? Check. But look, we got college students at Chairman 25, 21 years old. Reynaldo Perez, 21-year-old Jay Stu. $25,000 a month. You know what? How that happened? Got on a college campus and wouldn't shut up. Then it spread to multiple college campuses. Just wouldn't shut up about trading. Didn't care how many people said it was a scam. Didn't care about how many people said that looks like blase this. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you gotta pay first and then start making money? It's like, yeah, we're on college campus, stupid. We gotta pay first and then hopefully in the back end we make money. Just wouldn't shut up about it. And they literally saying we can make money while we're day two. We can make money versus waiting 4 years, right? So check this out. That promoted other positions. Chairman 50. We got a gentleman out of Long Island. His name is Nathan Samuel. $50,000 a month at 22 years old. 22 years old. Every 60 days make 100 grand. Well, really it's less than that because he trades. Every 45 days make 100 grand. At 22. They are living a rapper lifestyle. I'm not gonna even lie. Their Instagram look like rappers. I'm gonna be honest with you. But here's the deal. They look just like me. Look just like you. They don't walk on water. They don't glow in the dark. They just follow the game plan, and they just stuck to the game plan, and they just didn't care who was emotional about it. Like I said, it's a stick of gum. You want to get started? No? All right, bet. It's in my pocket. I'm going to offer somebody else a stick of gum. I'm not going to be emotional about it. That led to another gentleman getting promoted because now I got, like I said, 11,000 people in the organization. Bryce Thompson is 23 years old. And he's making $100,000 a month. He, Your Business from Home and businessforhome.com has literally clocked him as the youngest, highest paid African American in the entire world of network marketing.
Wow.
2 years. From zero to $100,000 a month. 2 years. Gotta ask you guys a question. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Right? You may not, your 2 years may not look like Bryce's. Mine doesn't. I'm just happy for him. We can recruit somebody else that do the exact same thing.
Amen.
Because it can happen for him. He's the blueprint. He's the Roger Bannister of what's going on with IML. But guess what? He's close to Chairman 250. Because you need, how many people to be a Chairman 250? 15,000. 4,000 short. And they organization just clocked over 10,000 4 weeks ago. They're now at 11,000. By the end of the year, he should be a Chairman 250. My mentor, David Emanitier, the guy that actually called me to say, you know what, I need you to film, because my background is in photography and videography. He said, I need you to film the move that we're about to make. I'm gonna make $1 million a month. I said, I'm there. Whatever you're talking about, I'm there. I'm there to film it. He said, I'm gonna pay you $1,500 to film it. That sounds good. It's all right. Good deal. Here's the deal. I was in a place where I really didn't want to do network marketing again, but I was optimistic. My wife was like, nah, bro, I ain't hearing it. We ain't going back into network marketing. I said, you know what? I don't need permission from my wife to provide for my family.
Now that's strong.
Say it again. You know what I'm saying?
That's strong.
Man, shut up. Look, the reason why I said that is because this dude here actually was in multiple businesses. He was in Wake Up Now with me, not with me, but with another team. And then he did, after that went crazy, we started doing a coffee company called Organo Gold. He never was able to recruit a soul. We started doing another business, TLC, where we selling, lose 5 pounds, 5 days, all that type of stuff. And he never recruited anybody.
Wow.
After that, he said, you know what, D, I love you, but nah, I ain't doing nothing else, pretty much. And I was like, okay, cool, I respect. I'm going to go do something else too. I'm going to go be photography and cinematography. Once this brought up, he was going through something life-wise. All of a sudden, he came in. He said, you know what, the next time I talk to you, I'm going to be getting into business. Start making money. And I love this situation because in the beginning, Anna was like, you know what, you haven't recruited a soul. I'm going to chill. I'm going to do my job. And I'm going to hold down the fort. You go believe. Then he started getting good at trading. He started getting good at gold, started making money from gold, and started calling signals out for the team that's over 11,000. Start making money from gold. And here's the deal. Because of his skill, start making money, we start talking about him on social media. So the people that was around him was like, how you got all these people talking about you? They say family members won't support you until strangers start celebrating. Right? Here's the deal. He literally, today we had a, I don't gotta go to work day. And we enjoyed lunch at Topgolf on some, it's Thursday at 12 type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we Anna won actually. and it messed me up because I'm knocking it out the park. And she just, and she literally just, I'm going for TP4, she just TP1, and killing it. But it was amazing to me that now they trade together. So these situations are rebuilding marriages and changing lifestyles at the same time. Let's close this thing because I don't want to be here all night. There's always 3 types of people that are looking at this information. Person number 1 says, you know what, I seen it. Bro, y'all could have stopped talking 45 minutes ago. I want to get started. If you that person, get started with the person that invited you or the person that you want to get started with, and literally, this is what I want you to do. Don't wait. Anything that you're going to do eventually, just do it immediately. Because when do you want a lifestyle change? Later on or right now?
Right now.
Exactly. Number 2, you got that person that say, you know what? It makes sense. I just got a couple questions. Don't leave here without getting your questions answered. Because I would hate for you to make a business decision like this with limited information and unanswered questions. Please don't go outside of these doors to go get your questions answered. Because guess what? Like I said, worldwide, Africa, Europe, Antarctica, the entire company is 70,000 people deep. It's 4 million people, or 5 million people in Houston.
Wow.
Understand that?
Wow.
They don't know about it. They still in traffic on 45, 59, 288, and I-10, and 60, and 90. And guess what? Going to a place that they don't want to go, coming home to a place that may or may not be happy. Because of anytime you got a money problem in a marriage or in a household, everything's a problem. Right? I mean, I can agree. Any of y'all married? Like, do you gotta breathe every breath? You gotta chew like that? Everything is a problem in the marriage. So check this out. Don't ask people outside. Get your questions answered here. And number 3 is somebody say, you know what, this may not be for me, but I know somebody that this may be for. Pass that person name and number, right? But I don't understand. This is literally the only business that I know that's for everybody. Everybody should be an investor. I don't care if you have a job. I don't care if you're self-employed. Everybody should invest money, right? If you don't invest money and you call yourself a follower, a believer, and you put your money in a place that's not growing, you're already already violating principles. All right? So that being said, guys, we'll see y'all at the top because the bottom too crowded, but we'll never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up. I'm D.L. Woods. That's my time. Thank you guys so much.